Hello and welcome to Clickbait, and today you join me in the car park at, well, Blue Water Shopping Centre, which is not the video I was planning on making today. I'm actually in the middle of the school holidays. Now I've just dropped my son and his friend off because they wanted to spend the day mooching around the shopping mall, as teenagers do, and it left me with not much to do in the meantime. I planned to do something else that's not coming off, so I thought, well, I've got a few minutes here in this car park. What can I do to kill time to make this not be a wasted journey? I know, I've got a Fuji XT-10 with an 18mm f2 here in the boot. So I've got maybe half an hour just to kill some time. Can I get 10 good shots out of half an hour of walking around a car park? It's a challenge. We like a challenge, don't we? Let's crack on. So we're really lucky today that the sun is absolutely incredible. It's that low winter sun that gives a kind of a golden haze to everything. So even those boring subjects can actually look really quite interesting and, I won't say exciting, but well, we'll stick with interesting for now. So I'm just walking ahead through the car park and it's still pretty quiet at the moment. And I reckon that's got to be worth a shot. I mean, just nice symmetry. We've got the rows of the parking lights, we've got the lines on the tarmac, bit of depth of field and the sunlight from the side. That is going to be good. We've got a polarizer on this lens as well, which is quite handy, so I can tweak that a little bit too. So I think we've definitely got one shot in the bag just there. This camera is so quiet. Now, I'd actually really started going off this camera and I've not used it much in a long time. I actually really got into the whole Fuji idea because everyone who has a Fuji adores it. They're like proper diehard. They're almost like in their obsessive love for the system, and they won't have a word said against it. However, I really struggled with the focusing on the thing. It would often let me down, so I'd miss shots because it wasn't focusing on things. Then when I started the Furious Driving YouTube channel on cars, I was using this as my video camera because it's better at focusing than the Nikon F bodies I had as an alternative at home. Unfortunately, it wasn't perfect for a variety of reasons, including the tiny micro audio jack which kept on breaking and a bunch of other issues, so I kind of gave up on that and stopped using it. Eventually I stopped using it at all. But I thought the other day I must get and use this camera some more because it's actually a really good camera and the lenses on it are fantastic. Its big winning feature is how tiny the thing is. I'm shooting on a Z30 Nikon at the moment and I can't do a size comparison, I'm shooting on one of the cameras. But it's even smaller than that. The Z30 is tiny, this is even smaller, but it's got a lovely metal solid quality to it. But anyway, I'm standing over here looking at this car park well, light well kind of thing, which at first glance is nothing, but looking around here, we've got so much to see. I'm going to grab a few shots of this because it's just fascinating the way the light is playing down here. So we've got lots of symmetry again. We've got a staircase down the middle. We've got the multiple layers. We've got the bright yellow, which is partly in sun, partly in shade. Lovely contrast. And we've got the perspective as well. So we've got a whole bunch of things. I'm going to grab the camera and grab a few shots of this because this is just too good not to take pictures of right now. Okay, so this is such a cool little spot just here. We've got so much symmetry going on. I'm going to try and shoot that staircase in the center of it. Great thing with this Fuji system is you've got the aperture ring on the lens, which makes such a difference to just shooting naturally, especially if you kind of grew up with manual cameras. I'm trying to remember to shoot some things in portrait. It's not a natural shape, that's why TikTok doesn't work for me. There's so much just interest here. All the colours, the contrasts, the perspective. And the thing I hated with this camera for a long time was I could never select a focus point. I missed so many shots because I'd try and go for the shot. The focus point was in the wrong place. I'd try and adjust it and then it just wouldn't do it. It would go into a different mode. The button would change every time, but somehow, I don't even know how I've done it, currently I've got a functioning focus point. As soon as I hit the up, down, left, right buttons on the back of this little trackpad, it goes straight into that, which is kind of what I wanted all along, so I can actually use it as I would like it. Now this low sun is just incredible. The lens flare on here is just amazing. There's just almost too many things to shoot. I always sort of set myself a target. If I'm going out for the day, if I can get 10 shots out of an unexpected day, then I think that's a win. It's kind of like a little challenge and exercise for myself. Because, you know, sometimes you look at places, you look at things, they're just boring to look at. It's a nothing situation, but you've got one lens, one film, one whatever, but 10 shots. That's kind of tricky sometimes. Now this would actually be better with a slightly longer lens, but I'm not going to go and change the lens. I'm going to stick with the 18 f2.8. That is such a cool image actually. This is the kind of shot right now. I'll show you this in a second on on the video, it's the kind of thing that you would absolutely shoot on film, and it would really, really work as a film shot, because it's kind of a nothing picture, but it's just visually interesting. And a lot of film photography is very much like that these days. Right, let's go have a wander around some more. Now I kind of feel like the word cinema backwards in the distance should be some kind of shot sort of framed by the light poles that are, you know, perspectively coming towards it. It's sort of interesting. I'll try and grab something of that. I've got the wrong lens on, really. Ideally, I would have like a 200mm or a 300mm for this. But we'll grab it anyway. It's kind of interesting when you step back and you've got that silhouetted against the sky, and then you've got the cavern of the underground car park next to it. That's kind of cool. I love the winter sun, and we've still got the bare trees. This is definitely an f2 shot here. We get the bare trees just there. Now in aperture priority, this has jumped up to 1600th of a second at ISO 200. It's an interesting picture. I don't know if it's an anything picture, but it's an interesting just visual play. I like it. Now I do need to get back and do some work, because I'm technically in a work day today, and I've taken the time out to go and drop them off at the shopping centre. So I'm going to do a couple more shots, and I'm going to go back to work, and we'll see if we've got any pictures out of this. Do you know, I think the stairs are actually more interesting. Oh, I don't know. I was going to say I thought the stairs, Sean Connery's on our shoot, I thought they're more interesting from behind, but standing just here, I was going to get far away from them, but standing a bit closer, with the light, the shadow of the railings are quite a weird shape, is actually quite interesting. Let's grab a shot of that. Again, 18mm, just finding that perfect position. Ideally this would have been, again, a longer focal length kind of photo. You know, I think I've got a medium format camera in the car. I might go and grab that for a shot of this as well. Well, I've not been counting, but I must have 10 good shots out of that by now, surely. You know, blow my own trumpet here. This can't, how hard can it be? It's quite a cool location. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's really good. Sorry, I've got one more shot. I'm going to grab this one of this. If you get low enough, just to frame only the sky through those balustrades. Again, a longer lens would have been so much better here. Right, that's me done. I'm out of time. I didn't have long to be here. Have I got 10 good shots that are worth sticking on Instagram? Let's find out. Or was this day a bust? So back in the office and looking at the photos, and well, a couple of things. First of all, I didn't get my full half hour like I thought I was going to at the beginning. I've got about 10 minutes, so 10 minutes for 10 pictures. Is it doable? Well, yes, I shot about 50 frames on the little Fuji while I was walking around the car park, and I opened up and looked at properly about 20 of them. And looking at them here, I'd say I've got pretty much bang on 10 pictures that are worth using. I think I used 9 in the video, and we've got 2 overs that I didn't talk about when I was shooting them. So yeah, mission accomplished. I'll give you a quick run through of what we got. First of all, we started with the big car park picture, and this really does work. I really love this picture. I've actually shot a Ford Crown Victoria police car up here, and it looked so good, and just at dusk with that kind of golden hour light, different kind of atmosphere to this, looked really good. The same background works really well for so many things. They don't really like you shooting stuff at blue water, so you have to be in and out quite quickly and not do it commercially, just do it for fun, then you're kind of okay. Anyway, for this we're fine. Then we've got this area here, this whole stairwell, light well thing, and the contrast and light. It's just fantastic. This winter light, which is just so hard, but at the same time diffused. It's a real contradiction in light. Love it. It makes this area look really very interesting. So we've got lots of detail in the hazy background. We've got these unusual balustrades. We've got the concrete. We've got the paint. We've got bits of nature at the bottom. It looks a bit like Chernobyl, sort of 30 years after the accident, but or Chernobyl, if you prefer. Yeah, this, though, I think is my favourite shot of the day. This looking down into the car park with the bright yellow at the bottom, the dark grey of the concrete. Fantastic. This one, my absolute favourite of the day, I think. We've got a variation on it here, but I like this as well. This is the vertical shot, but it's got the human figure in there. No humans, but a human figure. That looks so good as well. Lots of detail. The lines of the concrete blocks, or the moulding in the concrete going down towards that person, also coming from above as well. Everything's pointing towards this person in the middle. This figure of a person, but there are no people. Really cool. Then we've got our frozen tree here in the car park, looking a bit, well, not frosty exactly, but everything looks really cold, really still, very wintry, which works both as a portrait and a landscape. And then the stairwell. It's a little bit cluttered. It's my least favourite of the pictures, I think. This one, it kind of says what it needs to say, but it doesn't really do it very loudly. This I prefer. This looking down into the stairwell, side-on shot. It's just a really nice piece of, well, graphics, really. It's not really a picture that is anything. It's just stairs. But it works as a picture. We've got the shape. You can sort of almost use the Fibonacci golden ratio curve. It does actually follow around incredibly. Hard to believe, but it actually does. I'm going to come back to this in a second because this is almost the most interesting picture. We've got a blue sky staircase picture which I saw at the last moment. That looked really good. I like that a lot. It's almost like seaside-y. It's almost holiday kind of perspective with the deep blue sky. And I didn't feature this one in the video while we were talking about taking the photos, but stepping off to one side, we've got a combination of the stairs and the tree, and it works. So finally, we've got this one here. Just walking back to the car, I noticed this light down here, and with an f2 lens, you can really open up and just blow everything else out of focus, make that work. And it's just something, again, a little bit different. What this needed was a person stood about there. That would have just really nailed that one. But finally, this one. I love this picture. This feels like it's two stories. It's two different situations. It's almost like a horror movie waiting to happen because we've got the cinema up here, we've got the cars, we've got this line across the shot, and underneath there we've got the darkness. It's something hidden. There's a lair. Is it a cave? Is it a monster? What's underneath there? I really like that. And you've got a yellow forward focus over here, bright yellow. Really kind of just makes the picture. It's almost incidental, but it's like the hero car that's about to either come in or go away. Something is going to happen with that car. It makes the shot, it tells the story, but what is the story? I like that. This is not my most favourite graphically, but it's the most interesting story. These two are my favourite. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pictures. Pick 12 pictures that I would be happy to put on Instagram. I'd probably lose that one and maybe that one. So we're down to 10. So we've got 10 pictures as planned. Result, the Fuji worked. This lens is absolutely lovely. This is the golden thing about Fuji's X system cameras. These lenses are just amazing. They feel so solid. Got amazing glass, amazing build quality. I must start using the Fuji more. Right, this has been a quick video for a quick day out, an unintended video if you like. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe and check out some of the back catalogue of other videos on this channel. This is a fairly new thing I'm doing compared to the car channel I've been doing for a long time. This channel isn't monetized yet. I'm just a couple of 100 hours of watch time away from this channel actually being monetized, and that will give me enough ability to go and do a lot more with this channel. Currently, any time I spend on this channel is just doing it for fun, not for paying for itself and paying for its time as YouTube ought to. So if you enjoyed this, please go and check out one of the other back catalogue of videos, and that'll then push us over that threshold, and then I can devote so much more time to doing this and having so much fun with the old cameras and the new cameras and the film and the digital and all the rest of it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. See you again next time. Goodbye.